feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And we're back with more Lost Caverns of Ixalan spoilers. This is kind of take two, because when I tried to do this video the first time, I didn't realize my camera was, the focus was going in and out on it until I started editing. So we're going to have to do this again. So we're starting off with Resplendent Angel. Interesting reprint for this set. It's a two white and one for a 3/3 angel with flying. Beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel token with flying and vigilance. Pay 3 white and 3 until end of turn. Resplendent Angel gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink. Like I said, an interesting reprint, but we do have some life love in this set, so should be an interesting inclusion. Then we have another Dreadmaw, Earthshaker Dreadmaw, 6/6 for 2 green and 4, a 6/6 dinosaur with trample. Earthshaker Dreadmaw enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other dinosaur you control. We get Earthshaker Dreadmaw, but we don't get Colossal Dreadmaw. Next up, we have Restless Vents. So this is another one of the man lands. So it enters the battlefield tapped. Tap it to add a black or a red. Pay a black, a red, and 1. Till end of turn, Restless Vents becomes a 2/3 black and red insect creature with a menace. It's still a land. Whenever Restless Vents attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Next up is Enterprising Scallywag. A red and 1 for a 2/2 Goblin Pirate. Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, create a treasure token. So if something got put in your if a permanent card got put in your graveyard from anywhere, we create a treasure token. Because pirates and treasure. Arr. Next up, we have Pathfinding Axejaw. Green and 3 for a 4/3 dinosaur. When it enters the battlefield, it explores. That's kind of cool. Then we have Dowsing Device. Red and 1 for an artifact. It reads, whenever a dowsing device or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, up to one target creature you control gets +1/+0, gains haste till end of turn. Then transform dowsing device if you control 4 or more artifacts. Definitely an interesting thing. But you can transform it into Geode Grotto, a cave land. Tap it to add a red, or pay a red and 2. Till end of turn, target creature gains haste and gets +X/+0, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Activate only as a sorcery. So there's a lot of cave lands, and that's kind of interesting, because you get that cave love. So, Clay-Fired Bricks. A white and 1 for an artifact that reads, when it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle, and you gain 2 life. Then you can craft it with an artifact for 2 white and 5, and it becomes Cosmium Kiln. Enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 gnome artifact creature tokens, and creatures you control get +1/+1. Kind of expensive to flip it, but this is the kind of artifact you want to have for the front side, and you can use it to craft other artifacts. Next up this is a card I really love. It's the Bat Cave, Bat Cavern. A white and 2 for an enchantment that reads, when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 bat creature token with flying for each mana spent from a cave used to cast this spell. Whenever a cave enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. I like this a lot. It cares about the cave lands, makes the cave lands useful for casting it, and for after you get a bonus afterwards for when you put more cave lands out. So that should be very useful. Then we have Self-Reflection, a beefy 2 blue and 4 for a sorcery that reads, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, and it flashbacks for a blue and 3. So you want this in your graveyard for certain, because it's more of a discard fodder, but still, you get to create a copy of a creature you control. Then we have another useful artifact creature in Market Gnome. Single white mana for a 0/3 artifact creature gnome. When it dies, you gain a life and draw a card. Sure, that's pretty useful. But it also has, when it's exiled from the battlefield, when you're activating a craft ability, you gain a life and you draw a card. So it's useful for crafting or for just as a sack outlet or a block outlet. Next up, you have Colossal Leech. It's got a beefy black and 7 for a 5/5 leech. It costs 1 less to cast for every cave you control and have in your graveyard, and it has lifelink. So, a creature that cares about cave lands. So, definitely a creature you want to play if you're playing with cave lands, and has lifelink, so a 5/5 lifelink. And if the more caves you have, the less it costs. So, next up, we have Nooks and Crannies. Single green mana for an enchantment that reads, creature you control would explore, scry 1 instead, then that creature explores. When it enters the battlefield, target creature explores. When a land enters the battlefield under your control to control 7 or more lands, transform it. So it definitely, front side, you can explore and scry, so you can choose the cards you want to explore. And then when it enters the battlefield, target creature explores. So you get that effect right off the bat, at least once. You flip it over, it becomes Labyrinth of Mycoides. Tap it to add a green, or pay a green and 3, and tap it. The top 4 cards of your library, reveal a creature card from among them, put it into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Well, that's certainly fun too. So that's it for today. We'll see you on the next video.